Today we are starting What is Creation? And somebody had asked me what book I read from, and it's Journey Through the Workbook of A Course in Miracles by Foundation for A Course in Miracles. And it's by Ken Wapnick, who is my absolute favorite teacher of A Course in Miracles. I would strongly suggest listening to his YouTube videos. Just search Ken Wapnick. Sometimes I just listen to him over and over again. And like the book, as what's revealed to you, I always trust what's revealed to you when it's revealed to you. If we get too analytical or try to figure it out or make this book, this process, this journey, make it arduous or try to figure it out, it's not going to be, to me, that takes away from it. So I believe in letting it reveal itself to me. I don't like to take other people's interpretations of it for myself. So I try not to do that to whoever listens to my readings. I just want to be a minister for getting it out into the world in any way that I can, because to me there's a truth in all religions, an underlying truth, and this to me is the truth. But you find the truth in all religions. Sometimes it's hidden under politics and power. Politics of religion, I mean, not politics. So, anyhow, I always try to encourage people not to try to tear it apart or take it too literally. Just allow God to open it up in His time to you. Okay, so what is creation? We have in this summary another example of Jesus appearing to speak out of both sides of His mouth. He describes creation as perfect oneness. At the same time, He speaks of creations and sons of God. The explanation is that on one hand, He is stating the pure truth, which is that Christ is perfectly unified and at one with His Creator. On the other hand, Jesus is reflecting this truth to us in our separated state, in which we clearly believe that the sons of God are many. Thus, both descriptions are true, depending upon Jesus' purpose and emphasis. If God's Son is holy and shares in the holiness of His Father and is one, and He attacks others, in other words, chooses to see only what appears to be unholiness or sinfulness in the dream, He says that not only are they unholy, but He is too, since ideas leave not their source. His Creator must also be unholy, which of course is true within the ego's dream. Once again, Jesus stresses our oneness with each other and with God. It is important to remember when we are tempted to judge, criticize, or make people the objects of our specialness, that we are defining them as different from us. And differences always mean unholiness, since they reflect separation from holiness. Moreover, if you are unholy, I must be as well. Therefore, Jesus says to us, the way to see someone else is the way you see yourself. The way you see someone else is the way you see yourself. separate and apart from each other, from me and from God. Is this the image with which you wish to identify? Recall these comforting lines from Helen's poem, The Comforter, reminding us of God's voice that continuously calls to us. His call also invites us to call to our brothers to remind us we are not alone in our seeking. This ensures hearing the voice that will remind us our goal has already been found. Forgiveness has thus led us back to the holiness we never truly left, and we are blessed in our comfort. And I'm going to read that now. Step back, my child, and let him lead the way, whom I have sent to you. He holds your hand and speaks to you of me. My voice I send to sing in soundless places. Hear from me the song a father sings to you, his child, a melody from far beyond the world. Step back and listen, for he comes to bless and tell you that you are not comfortless. And that's from The Gifts of God by Helen Schuckman, page 71. And now let us move into lesson 321. Father, my freedom is in you alone. I did not understand what made me free, nor what my freedom is, nor where to look to find it. Father, I have searched in vain until I heard your voice directing me. Now I would guide myself no more, for I have neither made nor understood the way to find my freedom. But I trust in you. You who endowed me with my freedom as your holy Son will not be lost to me. Your voice directs me, and the way to you is opening and clear to me at last. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Father, it is my will that I return. Today we answer for the world which will be freed along with us. How glad are we to find our freedom through the certain way our Father has established. And how sure is all the world's salvation when we learn our freedom can be found in God alone. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Now let us move into a 5-minute silent meditation using this lesson as your mantra or the mantra of your choice. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Father, my freedom is in you alone. The ego tells us our freedom lies in itself alone, for to remain with God is to be the slave of a tyrant who strips us of our will and independence. The ego thus entices us to choose against the Holy Spirit, promising that thus we will be free to be the unique individuals we are. Let us joyfully choose the freedom that comes from reuniting our will with God's. And this is from the text, chapter 8, section 2. When you have learned that your will is God's, you could no more will to be without Him than He could will to be without you. This is freedom, and this is joy. And then I'll read chapter 8, section 4. Paragraph 7. In our remembrance of each other lies our remembrance of God, and in this remembrance lies your freedom, because your freedom is in Him. It is the gift of freedom, which is His will for all His sons. By offering freedom, you will be free. Father, my freedom is in you alone. Releasing our brothers from the prison house of guilt, we find our freedom joined with theirs. Father, our freedom is in you alone. I love you. Thank you so much for joining with me today in lesson 321, and I will see you tomorrow.